Happy High Point Wednesday to you. It is just about time for the area's only live local talk and entertainment show, Virginia This Morning, to kick into high gear. I'm Andrea Swipe-Murdaugh, and the gang is all here. Right? Amy Lacey, Kristen Lures is joining in on the Girl Power this week. And we're so excited to have you. Good morning.
I like to say good morning and that we are the Girl Squad. And like, why go anywhere else? Because why go anywhere else? Because it's all happening right here.
Right. Girl Power happening today.
That's right.
Whether you're watching us from home, work, or on wtvr.com, thank you for making CBS 6 your source for news and entertainment this morning. We so appreciate you and glad that you're with us.
We enjoy covering all kinds of topics and things of interest. If it's happening in or around Central Virginia, we've got you covered each weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
Yes. Okay. So we were talking with the crew about your morning routine. Okay. So I'm interested to know, because I don't see any coffee cups up here.
Oh, okay.
Jessica and Bill, we're very big on the coffee in the morning. Do you need coffee in the morning, or what is your wake up, get ready boost?
I don't need any coffee. I enjoy coffee. I think that it's sort of a hug from the inside. But I was a morning anchor for a really long time, and I always found that just staying hydrated and drinking a lot of water, starting the day with some water and, you know, a few stretches, that's always what got me going.
There you go.
Oh, I like that, the stretching. I feel
yeah,
like that's
your body needs to kind of get ready for the day, so that's what I do.
I definitely enjoy having my coffee. Not necessarily for the caffeine. I enjoy decaf coffee too, but I think just it's a little something in the morning. I also have to stay hydrated, so I do feel like water is probably more important. I would probably choose that over the coffee, but yeah, to start up so early, waking up at 3 o'clock, getting here early, and then making it until now, the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock hour can be a little tough. But it's not a whole pot of coffee. It's just 1 or 2 cups. How about you?
I do not have a taste for coffee. I never drink coffee. I love water and probably don't drink enough of it.
Yeah, none of us do, I don't think.
But yeah, since I've never really needed it, I guess I just never needed it. So anyway, always very interesting to know what is it.
Yeah.
Well, and some people are team coffee, team tea. We have some team water here, so that's a wonderful thing to hear.
All right, well, we're gonna have to get some water bottles for our squad.
That's
How about
probably what we need.
All right, well, we have some new friends that are making their debut in the Virginia This Morning kitchen. Jennifer Pang and Caitlin Singleton are the owners of With Love, Kat and Thea. Did I say that correctly? Thea, and they specialize in Asian-inspired baked goods and sandwiches. Today, they're putting together their Thai basil sour cream pound cake with strawberry lime buttercream and a balsamic glazed drizzle. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. I couldn't even get it out. We can't wait to meet them and to try the signature creation.
A little sweet and savory there, all into one.
It's delicious.
There's also a special event making a return this year for families who are interested in receiving a new pair of shoes for children in grades K through 12. Rita Willis and Beth Monroe are here to tell us all about the new shoes for back to school ministry. Details still to come here on our live show on this Wednesday.
Looking forward to talking with them. And he's an American Idol finalist who made Virginia proud. He continues to do great things. Singer Elliot Yamin is taking part in this weekend's Richmond Jazz and Musical Festival. We caught up with him and share our interview with you. That is still to come.
And now let's get a check of the latest weather conditions with CBS 6 meteorologist Mike Stone, who's in for Tom Patton. Hey, Mike.
Hey, I hope you guys are having a nice morning so far. We're going to have a little bit of rain coming in during the day today. The main impact, though, from Tropical Storm Debbie is going to come late tonight and tomorrow into early Friday. Right now, it's just kind of cloudy outside, and the temperature at the airport 79 degrees. It is pretty humid. Anytime the dew point's above 70, it feels pretty muggy. It's going to stay that way for today, tomorrow, and into Friday. Then things will improve over the weekend. Here's Debbie right now. It's about 50 miles southeast of Charleston, South Carolina. Has winds of 45 miles an hour. This orange line that you see, that is the path from the past couple of days, so it's been kind of moving all around. It went through an extreme southern South Carolina. It's now offshore again, but it's going to curve around and go back into South Carolina going into tonight. This is the track from the National Hurricane Center, and what's left of it will either be a tropical depression or just big area low pressure coming up into the Commonwealth, and should be right around Roanoke by about 8 a.m. on Friday morning. Then what's left of it will travel very quickly away from us Friday into Saturday. In fact, just between Friday afternoon and the the end of the weekend. It's going to move from roughly the D.C. area all the way up into eastern Canada. For us here locally, it's warm and humid outside. Temperatures now roughly area-wide about 75 to 80 degrees. And we have a lot of cloud cover, more breaks the farther north you are. We have had a little bit of radar activity, nothing really all that strong right now. But we will have some periods of rain, heavy at times, mostly late tonight, tomorrow into early Friday. Rainfall totals area-wide should be at least 1 to 3 inches, but we may get some spots to get over 4, 5, 6 inches of rain. The best chance that's going to be the farther southwest you are of Richmond. Flood watch is in effect from this evening through Friday evening. We also have a risk of severe weather when these tropical systems move up. That right side of the storm tends to spin things up, and we may have a few isolated tornadoes tomorrow, maybe 1 or 2 left over on Friday. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. Some showers and thunderstorms across the area this afternoon. That will not be a huge deal for the entire day today, but watch what happens tonight, especially into Thursday. This wave of rain comes up from the south, and it continues occasionally throughout the entire day. Heavier rainfall the farther west you are of I-95, and in some cases you'll get over an inch of rain in under an hour with some of these rain bands. And here we are at 6 o'clock, still some heavy rain across the area. A batch of heavy rain with some embedded thunder will track through the area Friday morning into about midday Friday, and then that moves on out. We start to see improvement later Friday afternoon into the day on Saturday. But here's that risk of severe weather tomorrow. This area shaded in yellow. That's our best chance of seeing a few isolated tornadoes. Not a guarantee we're going to see them, just the chance of a few isolated tornadoes. So we'll keep you up to date on that. It'll be breezy on Friday with more showers and storms around. Carolina shower on Saturday, but generally drier weather coming in this weekend, and it's going to turn a lot less humid Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Highs throughout the period mostly in the low and mid 80s, and we may get a few spots Monday and Tuesday of next week in the upper 50s north and west. I'll have another update for you on your weather coming up today on the CBS 6 News at noon. Virginia This Morning begins in 1 minute.
Happy Wednesday to you. Virginia This Morning is the place where you can find out what's trending in and around our community. I'm Amy Lacey, today joined by the dynamic duo, Andrea Swipe-Murnoff with Kristen Lors here. Hi, ladies. Good to have you with me today.
Good morning. Happy High Point Wednesday. A wonderful way to kind of ease into the week. We hope that your day is off to a wonderful start thus far.
That's right. It's already the first Wednesday in August. Can you believe it? Another weekend on the horizon. Until then, we have another great show lined up for you to enjoy, so we're going to jump right in.
Now's a great time to do a recap for those of you who are just tuning in this morning. Here's what's coming up.
Jennifer Pang and Caitlin Singleton are in the Virginia This Morning kitchen, and they're making a Thai basil sour cream pound cake with strawberry lime buttercream with a balsamic glazed drizzle. And we're looking so forward to seeing how it's all coming together. I have my fork ready. I don't know about you all.
That sounds delicious. Rita Willis and Beth Monroe are here, and they're going to tell us all about the new shoes for back to school ministry, and that's coming up in just a few weeks. But before we head to break, let's hear from our friends at Bryant and Stratton College.
This segment is sponsored by Bryant and Stratton College.
As the end of summer approaches, many of our recent college-bound high school graduates are still focusing on where to go in the fall. If you are a recent high school graduate or the parent of one, listen up. Our friends at Bryant and Stratton College say they have the perfect solution for the high school class of 2024 who are still looking to pursue college. Joining me today is the college's Richmond Market Director, Beth Murphy, to tell us all about their degree programs and benefits. Thank you so much for being with us, Beth.
Oh, thank you for having me, Evan.
We're excited to talk about this. I know a lot of people's ears are perking up. Tell us why Bryant and Stratton College is such a premier option for this group.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, but there are studies that support that a lot of our recent graduates are not ready to leave home, not to have the change academically as well as the physical, everything. And so Bryant and Stratton College is a local college. We're smaller, your classes are going to be smaller in size, and we're only offering programs of study that are in high demand, that lead to the high demand careers. And we're built for a non-traditional student. So let's say you've got a recent high school graduate who wants to continue to make some money. They can come to classes at night. We work with students like that, so I think it's definitely something people should consider.
You're working with a lot of people. Tell us how you're working with this group in particular.
Well, all of our prospective students, you come in, a lot of times with the high school graduates, a parent will come in too, but we'll talk about our programs of study so you can kind of start seeing, okay, which one would work for me. You talk to financial aid, because that's a big question, and because college is an investment. You're going to get a tour of the campus, you're going to meet the career services, and you're going to be able to begin to see how you can be successful at Bryant and Stratton College.
What would you say to those families who are watching who maybe their child wanted to go to school in another state and they're having a change of plans, or maybe they want to take a gap year?
Well, first of all, we are so fortunate. Virginia has so many incredible options for our high school graduates. And so I encourage everybody to take a minute, look around, and say, okay, what might be a good fit? And also just realize that delaying the education, and I can understand, but that can end up being a lot more than a year. You all of a sudden find yourself with some additional responsibilities that no longer taking the time off to do your education really works. And so I encourage you to look and say, okay, maybe the traditional route doesn't work for us, but maybe going part-time, or doing a more focused area of study would be the way to go.
How about students who are still in high school and they're looking to earn some college credit while they're still in high school? It's an option, right?
It is an option. I love this option because it's not just that I can earn some college credit, but I can begin to feel like what a college class is. And we all know that's different than high school, right? Bryant and Stratton College will allow juniors and seniors to come take a class at no cost, and so you can begin to, again, get acclimated to college, earn some college credit. I think it's a win-win.
What about rapid registration days? Those are coming up, right? You're going to launch those.
They
Let's talk about when the fall semester begins. It's going to be here before we know it.
I don't know if I'm ready. So rapid registration kicks off on August 10th. And rapid registration is basically what we talked about as far as coming in, talking to the admissions representative, etc. But we just do it more rapidly. But August 10th is when we will kick off. Our semester starts in September. So now is the time, if you even have just been thinking about it, come by the college. Call us, visit us, visit our website. But let's go ahead and start making those plans.
Time to do it, but it's not too late. That's good news for a lot of people. Beth, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and share some more information for everyone who's watching at home. Bryant and Stratton College's rapid registration days, open house kickoff happening Saturday, August 10th from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. For all the information, give them a call at 888-839-1718 or visit the website bryantstratton.edu. You can also connect with them on social media. We'll be right back.
This segment is sponsored by Virginia Housing.
Today is Welcome Home Wednesday, brought to you by our friends at Virginia Housing. They have great resources in place and are ready to share more helpful information about the home buying process. This morning, we're talking about down payments and closing cost grants, and pass along some of the ways that Virginia Housing can help offset these expenses.
This can be confusing for a lot of people, so today we're breaking down, of course, first, what are down payments and closing costs? Are they the same thing? The short answer is no, they're not the same thing. A down payment is a percentage of the home purchase price you must pay that is not financed within the mortgage loan.
And closing costs are the fees and charges associated with purchasing a home, such as loan origination, credit reports, appraisals, title insurance, property surveys, real estate taxes, and recording fees. These payments and fees add up, and saving enough money for them is one of the biggest home ownership hurdles for many people. But Virginia Housing can help. If you have questions, Virginia Housing has answers. Visit virginiahousing.com. This is such a great resource, especially for those who are thinking about home ownership. And also, you know, there's often a little bit of anxiety about, do I have enough? Can I afford it?
It's oftentimes the most expensive purchase someone makes in their entire life, and it can be daunting when you see those numbers, those big numbers right away, but having this kind of a resource really gives people an opportunity to get the answers to questions that they need before they even really start that process.
Getting answers to the questions. Virginia Housing can also connect you to real estate agents and, you know, loan opportunities, but also they have grants for these resources, their down payment assistance grant and their closing cost assistance grant. So that means no repayment cost to you.
And of course, you know, many people, this is the first time that they've gone through this process. So just to know that you have that resource, it makes it a much easier process.
That's right. Well, resources like Virginia Housing are so incredible, so key for our community and for those who might be interested in purchasing a home.
So keep it here on Virginia This Morning because we'll be checking in with our friends over there.
That's right. All right, Kristen, we're sending it your way.
All right, thank you, ladies. The fall semester is right around the corner, and a good pair of shoes completes any outfit. The new Shoes for Back to School ministry, presented by some of the area's churches, join forces with the goal of providing families who are interested in receiving a new pair of shoes. Here to tell us all about this year's initiative is Rita Willis, this year's chairperson from 3rd Street Bethel, along with Beth Monroe, who is representing her church, Trinity United Methodist Church. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Virginia This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Can you believe it? School, just a couple of weeks, right around the corner.
Exciting.
It is exciting.
Exciting, and we're ready for them.
And we're ready.
We're ready.
Summer is almost over. We're heading into the fall semester, and what better way than to have brand new school supplies, especially brand new shoes. What's that like for the kids?
Well, you know, this is our 18th year doing it.
Wow.
And I recall back in 2006 when the ministry started, when the kids came into the door, into this huge auditorium that's connected to our church. It was like Christmas. They went, and got all the shoes, and it was so exciting for them as well as for their parents.
And you said they start lining up now even earlier than what the time is when the doors open.
Absolutely.
So they're going to be out there excited to pick out their pair. They get to choose their own pair of shoes. Kindergarten through 12th grade, a parent must be with them. They can come to the church, to the auditorium, and choose their shoe. What does that process look like for them?
Yeah, you know, really, it's I think it's a very welcoming place where everyone is welcome to come, and lots of volunteers make this happen. Lots of folks who are contributing shoes and dollars to purchase the shoes, and I just think that there's a wonderful feeling around that day on Labor Day when the families come in, the excitement of the children to be able to pick out, as you said, the pair of shoes that they would like, and it's really just a wonderful, wonderful day.
And so things were a little rocky back in COVID for all of us back in 2020.
That's right.
But this year we're back to in-person. At that time things were just done differently. But now it's back to in-person, so seeing kids get so excited for this event. And not just the kids, but the parents too. You know, sometimes we're falling on hard times. Things are more expensive this time around, so having that new pair of shoes, look how clean they are. You know, by the end of the school year, they don't look like this.
Well, there's that feeling of confidence when you are putting on the new pair of shoes. Rita, you've talked about that, and it's just that it starts the year off right, you know, on a good foot, as you might say.
That.
And this year we're really excited about going back in person because when COVID hit, we said, you know, this is a ministry and we will not stop. So we just got together and we call it Plan B.
Plan B.
And so we connected with the different schools and said, we'll be bringing the shoes physically to you. Okay. Just tell us the sizes that you need. So in Metro Richmond, Henrico, Richmond, Chesterfield, even other school systems, they got to participate as well, and we carried the shoes to the children.
It's 80,000 different pairs of shoes. It's over 10 churches, synagogues are helping and volunteering. Everyone's coming together to give back to the community.
And the churches are from all over the Richmond metro area. So we've got South Side, West End, North Side, East End. I mean, just all over. Really coming together to make this happen.
It's such a great support system, you know, when it's not just one county, when it's kind of everyone that comes together to understand that the need is greater than just one church, one synagogue. And this is what happens. So many shoes that can be given out to the community. Their kids are so excited.
It's exciting as well, because what happens is the ministry has taken place so long until the community looks forward to it. I recall when it first started, they used to stay on television, back to school, and the new shoes for back to school have become a part of school opening. So then when COVID hit, once again, we didn't stop. We just did it a different way. And we're so excited because on September 2nd, doors open at 8 o'clock, and the lines will be tripled around the building.
Tripled around the building. I love that. It's on Labor Day.
On Labor Day.
And we're very excited. Now, how can people make a donation?
Well, there is there's an email address that should be on the screen, and a phone number. Rita.Willis, number 1, at iCloud.com. Rita.Willis, number 1, at iCloud.com, or 804-221-7394.
And I think we have all that information right here, ladies. Thank you so much for today. That was wonderful. We're looking forward to the event. The new shoes for back to school, there it is. Ministries event is happening Labor Day, Monday, September 2nd, from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. at 3rd Street, Bethel AME Church, 614 North 3rd Street in Richmond. Each child is eligible for 1 pair of shoes. Families must stay together. Masks are required for the event, and you can visit virginiathismorning.com for more information. We're going to take a commercial break. Hope to see you in just a few minutes.
Welcome back to our live show. Our next guest spent his teen years in Richmond, Virginia before hitting the national stage as a contestant on American Idol in season 5. He's had success as an American singer, and we're proud of this hometown hero. Elliot Yamin is taking part in the 2024 Richmond Jazz and Music Festival later this week, and our own Evan Armour recently caught up with him. Here's their conversation.
He was living in Richmond when he catapulted to fame on American Idol, his soulful voice an instant favorite across the country. He's coming back to RVA this weekend for the Richmond Jazz and Music Festival, plus he has some new music coming out this month. We're excited to talk to Elliot Yamin, and we welcome him to Virginia This Morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, we are excited to have you back. This is a homecoming for you.
It is a homecoming of sorts. Second year in a row. It's such an honor and joy to be back in my hometown where I spent my formative years. And yeah, I'm just super stoked to be a part of this festival once again this year. So. Thanks
you lived in Richmond. Yeah, you lived in Richmond for 16 years. What's it like for you to come home from California, come back to Richmond and play for the excited crowds here? I know people are excited to see you.
It's awesome. It's also weird at times because I'm older now. I'm so much older, and my whole experience on American Idol was so long ago. Even though I was a grown man at the time. It's very nostalgic, if you will. I'm always reminded of all the love and support and yeah, just, excuse me, the support that I got in the whole city and the whole state, really, anytime that I'm back. So it's a special place in my heart, and just always takes me back to a really special time in my life. So it's beautiful.
Well, you were back here last year for the festival. Tell us what that was like and the band that you're playing with.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, big stages. The crowds were just amazing. You know, I ran into old friends that were part of the crew working the festival that I went to school with or that I worked with at times throughout my working career in Richmond. So just seeing a lot of familiar faces was really cool. Again, just getting all the love and support from everybody around us, and yeah, we were on fire. Honestly, if I may say so myself, you know, the band is just incredible. So I think we bring out the best in each other, and it really shows on stage that we've obviously been playing together a long time, and that we just really enjoy what we do and don't take any of it for granted. So yeah, it was a great experience, and we hope to sort of match that, if not, you know, supersede that, you know, this coming weekend. So.
Yeah, what can we expect for someone? I know there's people who look forward to this and come every time, but for someone who's maybe coming to the festival for the first time, what can we expect? And what is that you hope people feel and kind of walk away feeling after they attend?
Joy. I mean, if I had one word to describe it, it's joy. You know what? One of my favorite quotes, I forgot who said it, but I heard it years and years ago, and now I use it all the time, is that the best part about our job, right, is that we get to free people of concern, if only for an hour, 90 minutes. So leave your troubles at the door or at the gates, and enter with an open mind, and just prepare to enjoy yourself and have a good time and be free. That's one of the beautiful things about music. It's so unifying. It brings everyone together. And so I would hope that everyone just walks away feeling joyful, and that's usually the case. And I know it's the case on our end. So and it works both ways, right? So yeah, just joy. Just be prepared to have a good time and hear some incredible musicianship. And you know, we leave it all out on stage. So and you'll see that in our show. And so yeah, it's just a real joyful time.
The lineup is just awesome. I know a lot of people are excited to see you and the other folks who are going to be there. What do you want to say about the other people that you're going to be playing with? Maybe people who recognize you and who know you, but they're going to be hearing your band for the first time.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been a part of this band for the better part of the last 8 years, and we're coming together as a collective. Some parts of special effects, featuring Keely Minucci, who's an incredible guitarist, and then some parts of the Loud Tizer Band, which is the band that I've been fronting for the better part of the last couple years. And we're coming together sort of as a collective because we're all our own artists and have our own music out there as well. And so we're going to play a little bit of each other's tunes like we normally do in the special effects shows. And then we're going to play some of the Loud Tizer Band tunes, all of which are coming out on a brand new album that we're going to release on August 23rd, which we're really excited about. So we're going to play some new music from that album. I'm doing all the lead singing on the album, and it's just it was a big project to take on by our band leader, Loud Tizer, who is an incredible pianist and keyboardist. And so, yeah, we're going to do some new songs from that album. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of high energy, really soulful, and there's elements of world, jazz, funk, and R&B in our music, and so you'll get to experience all of that in our presence, and yeah, we're super stoked to just share the stage together as we always do, and again, just bring people joy.
Oh yeah. So we look forward to seeing you, and then also you said August 23rd. Is that when the album comes out?
That's right. Yeah, it's called Amplify, and it was a really, really big project to take on, but we're so proud of it that it's finally come to fruition. We actually recorded this live in the studio here in Hollywood back in October of last year. This is an album that was recorded all live with 12 pieces. We've got a whole horn section. We have our wonderful violinist Karen Briggs, and it was also filmed. It was a 7-camera shoot. So we've got 2 singles that are out right now. So you can see the videos are incredible. They look and sound amazing, and some of which we're going to do at in our set at the festival. So yeah, we're really excited to share new music, and I'm super proud, like I said, of the work we've done, and now we get to sort of put it out into the world and let people receive it, and then we get to share it with everyone. So we're really excited.
Well, we're excited to have you back. Thank you so much for the time this morning, and good luck at the festival coming up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for making time for us this morning, Evan. And we'll see everybody this Friday and Saturday night.
And come on out and enjoy the Richmond Jazz and Music Festival at Maymont, August 9th through 11th. For more information, give them a call at 804-644-8515. Visit them online at richmondjazzandmusicfestival.com. Check them out on social media, too. Virginia This Morning returns in less than 3 minutes.
This segment is sponsored by Serenity Saints.
Serenity First Hospice continues to provide expert care and support to its patients and their families. Today, Debbie Johnston, founder and CEO of Serenity First Hospice, joins us along with Paige Lovelace to share her experience, and we thank you both for coming in. Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
All three of us have been friends for a long time. Debbie, tell us a little bit first about your friend Paige and how you got involved with her.
Well, Paige has been with our company with her mom for quite a while, and one of our mutual friends told Paige about us, and she came on services, and you've been great to work with, as has your mother, and we hope that we're doing a really good job.
They are.
Paige and I have talked many, many times, and of course all the things that happened with Arts in the Park, and the fact that your parents were instrumental in that. So your mom was obviously an amazing lady, had an amazing life, and now you've chosen to make sure that she's enjoying the remainder of her life. And tell us about the experience she's having there.
It was really a wonderful thing that we ran into, like we said, Andrea from JFS, and hooked me up with Serenity, because Mom started having some mini strokes, and she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And my mother was the most active person you ever want to know. She hasn't walked, talked, communicated with us in 4 years. So we had to make the decision to get in help, which was really, really tough. Yeah. The representative from Serenity came out and talked to us at the advice of the caregiver agency that we were using. And it's been a very good experience for us.
So obviously this experience is tough. It's tough to even think about. It's even harder to navigate. But thanks to folks like Debbie and Serenity First, it's a lot easier, isn't it?
It is, and a lot of the services that come with hospice, you don't realize what you can do. I mean, Mom has had a massage therapist, she's had music therapy, and that has been both of those have been a huge, tremendous impact on my mother, and kind of keeping her, day to day happy, and to what extent we think she is happy.
Yeah, and the music, obviously, you mentioned that was huge. When they do music, tell us what happens when that starts.
The young woman that comes, it was so funny the first time she came. We were sitting in the bedroom, and she pulls out her guitar, and she asks what music my mom liked, and she pulled out her guitar, and I had told her that she was from West Virginia, so she started playing Country Roads by John Denver. I started sobbing. I had to get up and leave the room, because when you hear the word hospice, you think this is it.
Yeah.
It's intimate, it's going to happen very, very soon.
Yeah.
That's not it. Hospice is more of a respite, taking care of someone in whatever final days, however many final days they have. So it was a huge adjustment trying to wrap your head around that word, hospice.
Yeah.
And they made it so easy and were so helpful, getting any kind of aid we needed, from beds to tables to inhalers to whatever it is. And Mom couldn't walk, so they're there once a week. And it made it so much easier on us.
You look forward to it, and I'm guessing you think Mom does too.
Yeah.
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 Definitely so. Debbie, I know you hear these stories all the time, but thank you for bringing them to us, because we don't hear these stories every day, and it makes a huge difference and puts a little peace into people's hearts.
Yeah, we're just trying to tell people about hospice so they won't be afraid of it, and tell the good things about it, because there are a lot of good things about it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your story.
Sure.
And we always look forward to seeing both of you ladies come in, because we always feel so much better afterwards. Thank you. Thank you both very much. Serenity First Hospice is located at 4915 Fitzhugh Avenue in Richmond. For more information, you can give them a call. Please do so. 804-562-5777, or visit the website, serenityfirsthospice.com. Connect with them on social media as well. Virginia This Morning returns right after a quick break.
It is so good to have you here with us this morning. Welcome back to Virginia This Morning. It is time to enjoy our kitchen area with Jennifer Peng and Caitlin Singleton. These new entrepreneurs make their debut on our live show.
They're here to make their Thai basil sour cream pound cake, and we've been waiting all morning long for this. We can't wait. So tell us a little bit about you and your business and how you came together.
So Thea and I have a really long history together. We actually met at the bus stop in 7th grade.
Love it.
When she moved from New York City to Richmond, and I made it my mission to be her friend, and we've been besties for over 20 years. We both had an idea to start a business in the beginning of 2023, which we originally did start as sort of just at markets, and recently we've expanded to be able to be open full-time and expand our menu. And that's what we're bringing you some things from today.
Beautiful.
I commented that you really brought your colors today, because this is such a beautiful presentation. We have blue cookies, we have all the greens. I understand that you helped to develop a lot of the recipes as you were described as the baker extraordinaire.
Well, Kat is being very, very nice about that. But I do create all of the recipes from scratch. One of the best things that I like about baking is really two different elements. One is just kind of thinking about unique flavor ideas and then kind of bringing that to life and then having it work out. And then the second part is actually just the artistic, creative element of that. And I like making something that looks pretty and then having people enjoy that.
And then we hear about the Thai basil sour cream pound cake. I mean, that is sort of like that savory, sweet, all rolled into one. How did you come up with the idea for that?
That one, I really wanted to highlight the flavor of the Thai basil. So I started thinking about what would look pretty, what would taste very unique and different about it. So I decided to incorporate Thai basil into a sour cream pound cake recipe. And then started thinking about a contrast in flavor, what can offer some brightness to it. So the strawberry and lime buttercream on top kind of provides that. And then I thought it was kind of missing a little bit of something, so I actually used my dad's secret balsamic glaze recipe as a drizzle on top, and then just a really nice fresh piece of basil on top as like a finishing touch.
Well,
all right, well, let's dive into the process.
Let's do it. Show us what you're going to do today.
So we're actually going to start first really quick, since we know there's a big debate of coffee versus tea in the studio.
Team coffee or team tea?
We're team both in this house. So at our business, we offer Rostov's coffee, and I brought one of the bean varieties we offer today. This is the Jamaican High Mountain that they have, and it smells really great.
It does.
And so
that is why our studio has been like a coffee house today.
Yes. So we actually brought 2 cold brews for you guys.
Thank
so I know you're not a
you.
coffee person,
Thank
so
you.
maybe you'll be very generous and share that with someone. We also have, this is our house-made coconut creamer.
Beautiful.
That I use just coconut cream and then sugar and a really high quality vanilla, and it's a really good creamer for your coffee.
Yum.
You can feel free to have those with our sandwiches here. So these are actually our signature sandwiches. This one is the Cheshire Cat after myself, and this is the Quirky Thea after Thea, of course.
Love it.
It is on our oat crunch bread that is made by Flower Garden Bakery. It's a local Richmond brand of bread. It has a halal smoked turkey on it with Thai basil, a spring mix, pickled cucumbers, brie, and a blackberry lemongrass jelly that I make myself.
Layers of goodness.
Yes.
Can I say that?
Yes. The Quirky Thea is made on ciabatta with a mala chili paste. It has watercress, pickled cucumbers, and a special secret recipe from Thea's mom for braised Chinese beef shank that's sliced super thin, and then with some garlic mayo with roasted garlic that we've also made in-house.
Some special ingredients in there.
Yes, and all these secret family recipes too, which is absolutely wonderful.
Yes, well, when things are made with family, they're made with love. And
Yes,
so that's
they
what I
are.
want to do. So while Jen explains all the baked goods to you, I'm actually going to brew some of our tea that we get from another Virginia brand, Purple Witch Teas. This is our Nevermore tea. As you see, it brews up to a really beautiful purple color. And so I'll just let that steep while Jen or Thea explains the rest of the products for you.
What goes into the cake here too?
So the cake here, I've actually gotten started on creaming some butter and sugar together. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get that mixture started while I put on some gloves. All right, and I've pre-portioned out 3 eggs that's actually going to go in next. And then actually while I'm doing that, if you would actually like to help me,
I would love to help you.
And
Yay!
take this trusty immersion blender here, and if you can just blend this
Sure.
pre-portioned out sour cream and basil, you just want to stick it all the way down to the bottom, and just go ahead and give
I
it a
have
whirl.
one of these, and I always forget to do it, but it's the best thing for pureeing soup.
It is.
Oh, and the smell, the
And
fresh
the smell, and then
basil.
just look at how vibrant and green that is. Right.
There we go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nice and quick and easy.
Can I be the
Sous
sous chef? Yes.
Yes. We are always looking for help in the kitchen.
Sign me up.
All right, and then this one here is vanilla extract that I just added in. We use a really high quality vanilla. It's a Halala brand, so that's right here.
Now, is that something you can get locally as well?
That one unfortunately is not local, but they do have like sustainable practices that we really make it our mission to just be as sustainable and eco-friendly as possible. And with the way that they source the vanilla, it is really something that I can get behind and support, and especially because of just how nicely flavored and just a really high quality vanilla that we use. So that is a brand that I like supporting.
Yeah. So you then will add the mixture that I just made eventually to the cake.
Yes. So we'll do kind of a mix of like dry ingredients. So I pre-portioned out our dry ingredients here. And then we'll just go ahead and give that a little bit.
And what do you have there, your dry ingredients?
So this dry ingredients is flour, baking soda, and a little bit of salt. So everything's real simple. No artificial coloring or preservatives goes into any of our baked goods. All just natural flavors.
I love that you have pre-portioned. So you've already made it a little bit easier for yourself, a little bit cleaner as you're trying to get it into your mixer there. Because I know I usually have ingredients everywhere.
You have the big bag of flour, and then by the end, it all ends out over everything.
I try not to have that happen. It does still on occasion does.
So this was the sour cream, and this was the fresh basil.
That was fresh Thai basil, yes.
And anything else in there?
Nope, that was it. Just those 2 ingredients.
Okay. And you're kind of going to fold it in there?
I'm actually going to just kind of split that into 2 portions. So you're doing a dry ingredient, wet ingredient, kind of back and forth.
Okay.
Does this keep you from over mixing?
It's actually kind of really hard to over mix with this one because there's so much moisture in here that that as long as you are so I pause this so that the flour doesn't go everywhere. So it's actually really hard to mix as long as you're not using too high of a speed to do so. I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit.
We have about a minute left, so let's get, wow.
Ooh, there we go.
We had a little bit of action there with the flour this morning.
All right, so while that's mixing, we can go ahead and talk about the blueberry lemon cookie.
They're such
there.
a beautiful color.
So that one is made with, it's fresh lemon zest and blueberries and then white chocolate chips. And then the tea eggs over here, that one is actually also a little bit of a family recipe. It is Taiwanese tea eggs that is basically hard-boiled eggs. And then you steep that, you hard-boil it first, you crack the shells, and then you steep it into a tea marinade. There's tea, black tea, soy sauce, and then a mixture of different spices. And then you just kind of let it simmer on the stovetop for a little bit until it gets the marinade all the way through to the center.
Oh, they're absolutely beautiful.
Speaking of a simmer, we're gonna stay in the kitchen. We're gonna keep on mixing. Stay with us as we head to break.
Get our knife and forks ready to cut into the deliciousness.
We're back and we're hanging in the kitchen with Jennifer Pang and Caitlin Singleton. Their homemade Thai basil sour cream pound cake is on the Virginia This Morning menu.
And it is time to eat the cake now, which is wonderful. When I tell my daughter to eat her colors, this is kind of what I've not been thinking of, but I'm really excited about it today.
So we
we've
have
got
some sustainable silverware because
Okay.
we try to have as sustainable practices as possible. So pretty much everything we have is biodegradable and whatnot.
Very good. Okay. All right, what should we dig into first?
So it depends. Do you want something sweet or do you want something savory?
Well,
I think we should go with this.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So here, let's pull that for you guys.
Thank you.
And then here you go, ladies.
Oh, it's
Thank you very much.
And we were talking during the break too that these are just the liners that you bake the cakes in.
That is
correct?
Yes.
And oh my gosh,
Oh, it's so good.
it smells so good.
And
That's
that
what we need,
the
smell-o-vision.
balsamic glaze
One day.
it brings out the basil. It just is so lovely.
Thank you.
The first person that we ever sold one of these cakes to said that when she took a bite, it felt like she was in an enchanted forest having tea with fairies.
That's exactly what I was about to say too. And then
It's got layers to it for sure. You get the sweet of the icing there. You have the savory of the cake itself, and then you've got that balsamic right on the top. It really is a dynamic taste.
And brewing this tea, we have to talk about this gorgeous color here. That purple is beautiful.
So that's from the butterfly pea flower that's in this tea. It's a Keeman Kongu black tea with the butterfly pea flower and then also dried blueberries. So it's a really nice, dark, rich tea with that brightness of the blueberries on it. It's one of my favorites.
Well, thank you both for coming in today. What a treat to have all of this beautiful spread on Virginia This Morning today. We really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
Our live show returns tomorrow at 8:56 a.m. and we hope you're going to join us.